Hello, welcome to Valucop crypto tutorials. So we'll be starting with basics into cryptocurrency and the blockchain technology. I already have some videos that taught about the reason why crypto is here. So I'm just brief over it, and then I'll touch different sectors of crypto. So basically, crypto is here today because money has been evolving over the centuries, over the ages. And today we have crypto, we have digital money, money that you don't have to see or touch, but it still gives you money value. And inclusively, other forms of value like store of value, is still also a store of value for us all and gives us opportunity to increase what we already have. For example, the kind of money that we had before now, which is like the fiat currency, can only retain the same value or devalue over time. Take, for example, your Naira. I remember back in 2021, January, $100 was about 40,000 Naira. But today, $100 is about 57,000 Naira. That's 17,000 Naira difference, meaning that our Naira has been devaluing in the last 13 months. So, but then in the case of cryptocurrency, especially those you can store value in some of the cryptocurrencies, and then what you have can appreciate in value, and what you have can remain same, which is why we have stable coins. Now, like I said, to really understand the basic part of it, I'm going to send us some basic videos for us to watch. You must watch those videos so that we don't spend lots of time trying to go over the set over and over again. I have tons of basic videos for us. Now, in cryptocurrency, beyond currency, it being a currency, that's something, a legal tender or what you use to exchange for goods and services. It can also create other forms of value. Like right now, we have crypto changing the way we access the internet, changing the way we store files, changing the way we use different things, and changing the way we build our games, changing the way we do so many things. It was changing our mindset and the way we see stuff, and changing the way we create wealth. It's in this era that you will see creation of wealth is no longer about age. It's no longer about how much experience, like, you know, how they make it look like before. They'll tell you, oh, I have 30 years experience in the financial industry. And then that's like what qualifies you to be wealthy. But in this age now, crypto transfers wealth to even the very young. We're looking at 13 years of age, 14 years of age, 17 years of age, and the people, they own like thousands of dollars in digital assets. So, but then, like I said, crypto has different categories. So I'll be sharing my screen and I'll take us to some crypto data sites, some sites that aggregates data from all these different cryptocurrencies and their categories. For example, CoinMarketCap, we have CoinMarketCap, we have Nomics, and then we have a CoinGecko. We have so many of them. We have Messari and all of that. So I'll share my screen now and I'll start from there. So all right, so this is my screen, and let's go to, okay, CoinMarketCap is already open here. So now this is CoinMarketCap. Let's go on the currencies. Now we have over 16,403 cryptocurrencies out there. Remember, these are all the only cryptocurrencies that are listed on CoinMarketCap. With their on CoinGecko, probably have maybe like a few cryptocurrencies lesser than this particular website, or even more. And then 451 exchanges. Exchanges are where you buy and sell these cryptocurrencies. Market capitalization is the total value of the value of the markets, of the entire crypto markets. That is, if you add the value of each of these cryptos together, each of these 16,403 cryptos together, it will give you 2,122,000,000,000 and the rest. And then today alone, it's 9 billion has been traded. And right now, Bitcoin dominance has really dropped at 9.4%. And Ethereum dominance is like at 20.4%. And the rest are shared among the altcoins. So on this coin market cap, normally when people say, where can I buy this coin? Where can I buy this coin? I'm like, come on, we have coin market cap. Just unless you search coin market cap, you've searched CoinGecko and you didn't see that those coins there. That's why you start looking at other options where you can find them. Maybe start looking for, you go to their websites, look for the contact address, and then stuff like that. But CoinMarketCap, if you're new in this space should be like your dictionary. The way like when you hook, when you find a tough word and you hook and you want to look for the meaning, you want to go to your dictionary and search. This CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko should be your stop, your one stop to, checking first. There are lots of things to learn, and these days there are many platforms are offering learning. Like you can learn a lot from CoinMarketCap. We're gonna try to make sure that you're not a newbie for a long time, because if you're a newbie in this space, even the OGs, those that have been here for long lose money. Not talk of you or some other person that just came into the crypto space. So we'll be looking at these are like different cryptocurrencies, different cryptocurrencies. Okay, why do you keep doing this? All right, so let's look at the different categories. Remember what I said, that one of the things that makes cryptocurrencies beneficial is the use case, the value that they're bringing to us, because they're changing everything as it is. For example, now we're gradually entering into what we call Web 3.0, which is the decentralized internet. Now, let me just bring something to your notice. If all these things I'm saying sounds like a big deal, too big, heavy to understand, just give it time. All you have to do is don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged that you stop, paying attention to all of this. And because if you stop paying attention to all of this, you will never really get it. You'll never really learn. The more you expose yourself to all these things over and over again, that is when it starts making sense. And the more you start listening to that leading inside of you, the more you start listening to leading inside of you, it start making sense. If possible, just add a bit of prayer, and then you pray. Whenever it gets tough, just pray. It becomes easier. It becomes more simpler to understand. I'm sharing with you what helped me when I was starting to put more interest in crypto way back in 2018. So now we have different categories. Crypto covers different areas of life. I'm talking about down to health, down to charity, down to football, down to art, down to music, down to all areas of life. Crypto is penetrating those places and trying to make things better. Remember, crypto is built on the blockchain technology, and the blockchain technology is like it's a decentralized distributed ledger. Meaning, if you know like an accounts book, I don't really want to go into those because I've really explained all those things in my previous videos. So technology, blockchain is like a big platform see like a big world whereby all manner of countries, came out from, all kinds of countries came out from, and within those countries, all kinds of states, cities, villages, arose from them. That's how the blockchain is. And now under cryptocurrencies are like the countries in the world. And then we now have the categories of cryptocurrencies. That's talking about let's go to categories. Let's see. No, that's what I want. Now we have each of these cryptocurrencies are interesting. In the cryptocurrency, like, you see crazy percentages, like literal crazy percentages. Interesting. Okay. Now let's look at different categories. Before I go further, I'm going to categorize further classes into centralized and decentralized, because centralized systems came in to make things easier for us. At first, crypto was not simple to the average person. I remember the reason why we have things like Google and the rest, those centralized systems, is because they brought it down to the level an average man would be able to understand. Which is why, if we're going to adopt crypto as part of our daily lives, these different companies would have to create applications, websites that are very user-friendly, that an average person can use without it being complicated, without it especially having to read tons of video, read tons of books to be able to understand it. So I'm going to now decentralize is like they're getting better with the UX UI, making it simpler for adoption, mainstream adoption. That's like the average person to use. But I'm going to divide it into centralized and decentralized. Decentralized, we'll deal with the exchanges, how to trade on them, how to take profits, and all of that. On the decentralized, we deal with the staking and all. Of course, there are stakings on centralized exchanges because they try to also participate in what's going on in the market. And then we'll deal with decentralized, the swapping system, the liquidity form system, the staking systems, and the different blockchains that exist, because it's no longer Bitcoin and Ethereum. We have other blockchains. We have Avalanche, we have Solana, we have Polygon, we have Polkadot, we have Binance Smart Chain. We have all of them, like so many blockchains. And these blockchains came out from the fact that Ethereum platform became very, very expensive to use, even though it's still secure. But if a platform wants to create something that other users can easily use, they will not go for the layer 2 platforms or other scaling platforms like the ones I just mentioned. So let's look at the categories, because this is an intro class. Let's look at the categories. We have centralized exchange. This is like all the exchanges. Under this category, you'll see the different exchanges and their coins, different exchanges and their coins, and the coins, and the coins, and the coins. If you notice, Binance is leading. It has the highest price, and the market has just been dropping. Wow. Well, this first quarter of the year, we are going to be focused on taking profits because everything is still so uncertain. So these are different exchanges, coins, different exchanges and their coins, and there's plenty of them. About 74 of them, even the ones that are not yet traded on exchanges. This is the coin that just came out and made 5,000% in 24 hours. Wow, that's crazy. This is really, really crazy. It's built on Ethereum blockchain and it came out at 5,000%. What? Where is it traded at? On its exchange and on on Bittrex. Interesting. Anyway, that's how crazy this is. But you have to confirm that. If you're going to check that out, let's confirm that on that exchange to be sure that that percentage is true. Now, remember, cryptocurrencies are arranged and categorized based on the value that they are offering in the crypto space. If you're following me, just indicate that you are following me.
Yeah, I am following you.
Okay, am I too fast? Should I slow down my speed? Okay. Let's look at the Ethereum ecosystem. Now, these are coins that are built on the Ethereum blockchain. These coins are built on Ethereum blockchain, all of them, 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 and that. 159 of them are built on the Ethereum blockchain. That's why they are categorized under Ethereum. They will look at memes. Now, Dogecoin launched the madness called meme coins. Like last year, we saw a lot of meme coins everywhere. You know, when something becomes very popular in the crypto space, it won't be for long. It will become very adulterated, very super adulterated. I'll have to mute you so do not sound. So when, because adulterated, so meme coins, when cryptocurrencies, when Dogecoin, you know, hits that mad percentages, like mad percentages, just going up, 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 and then, you know, the whole Elon Musk hype influenced it, and Shiba Inu came out. Next thing, the rest started coming out. Doge Elon, all of them, just very ridiculous names came out. Meme coins, just very ridiculous. People lost money to Dogecoin. I mean, I really hate things that, I like to stick to the principles. It might make me look like the OG that doesn't know much. I doesn't want to take out profit, but then sometimes it's safe to just stay, unless it's leading of the spirit, so I can make some profits. But man, people lost money because when they said a lot of young people who didn't know much about crypto and they came into the space and they made lots of money, I wasn't really bothered about them, because that same amount of money that they made, they lost it back to the market because they didn't even know the first thing about portfolio management, profit taking, and all of that. They lost everything back to the market. So that's meant for you. This literally, most of these coins came out just for the pump and dump sake, but now they're trying to do what we call ascribed value. And then, you know, I want to talk about I'm going to talk tokenomics, or things to look out for when you're picking a good cryptocurrency. One of them is the quantity of the coin. Most of these meme coins have ridiculous quantities. Now, let me just talk too much. Let me just pick anyone randomly. Let's look at Mona coin. Okay, this one even looks like it has small quantity because the price looks reasonable. Oh yeah, I was actually correct. It's the quantity is reasonable. That's like 65 million. Very okay quantity. But now let's look at Shiba, our popular Shiba. Of course, Shiba gave lots of profit because of the influence in marketing by popular people. But look at quantity. We're talking about 589 million billion. What the heck is that? 589 million billion. Come on. Like the tokenomics is not even, I look at circulating supply, 549. Okay, that's not even so much that's circulating. So it doesn't even help matters. The quantity doesn't even help matters. So first you should watch out for in picking a coin is the tokenomics. Look at token, like who how do the team divide the sharing of the token? Marketing, team coins, and all of that. And then what's the total quantity, total supply of the coin, or maximum supply of the coin, and then circulating supply of the coin also matters in influencing the price of the coin, short-term or long-term. Are all of the coins in circulation? And if they're not in circulation, are they under vesting? All of that. Those are topics, those are things that we're going to look out for. This space is getting bigger and broader. So it might take us a while to really learn a lot of stuff, but we'll take it one step at a time. But like I always tell people I talk to, if you have interest in something, there are tons of things to assist you. I would like to answer a lot of questions when we have a class, because that way I'll be able to digress and touch different things. This system is not as small as it used to be in 2020, in 2019. 2021, a lot happened, and then it has gone bigger and broader. There's so much that it's almost hard to keep up. And then it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger every day. More categories will start keep on coming out. Then we have yield farming. Yield farming, DeFi, that decentralized finance, brought in what we call yield farming, whereby you can put your money to work. Just like the way you go to the farm and you plant your seed and get returns. Your seed is in the ground, it germinates, and then start yielding fruits for you. In this scenario, your funds are in the system, but then you are gaining from the fees, what we call liquidity. You have liquidity and all of that. So these are platforms where you can add liquidity and earn yields. You earn yields from them. You earn yields from all of this. But of course, there are downsides to it. There are downsides to yield farming, something like what we call impermanent loss. There are downsides to it. And then we have NFTs and collectibles, which also came in. The buzz was really high last year. Digital art. We're talking about, you no longer have to, we saw digital art being valued at ridiculous prices. We're like, is it not something I'm just looking at in my phone? I don't have it in real life. I can't even touch it. But yet it's worth thousands of dollars. Yet even at that point, ordinary people, it wasn't really common to hear that very many ordinary people made money selling these NFTs. There are so many marketplaces where they listed their stuff, but none have really like sold. But those are making sales are like people that are popular, because someone like Tron, the Tron CEO Justin Sun, can just easily went to buy what's his name, Jack Dorsey, the former CEO of Twitter, buy his first tweet that was minted on the marketplace. Now this is a matter of, I have plenty of money, and then I know this person, and this tweet is like rare, valuable, and all that. You know, we saw very rare NFTs making waves in the market and selling for a ridiculous amount of money. But these days, these NFTs are finding their place in gaming, whereby you need some NFTs to be able to play some games, the place to earn games. Then we'll have the DeFi, Binance Smart Chain ecosystem, which is like a system that really, really gave birth to a lot of shit coins and meme coins because it was cheap. It was like, it's an Ethereum virtual, it has Ethereum virtual machine. That's like, you can build on it. You can build on Binance Smart Chain, and it was cheap to build on. So people take advantage of it to launch very crazy coins that had no use case and no value to the system. We ended up having, let's say, a decline in the market, the bad market, so the system can cleanse itself of its distance. So shit coins, when they dip, there's never hope of recovery. Then we have tourism coins, protocol-owned liquidity, DeFi 2.0, options, Aave coins, Masternode, research, event, health, Solana ecosystem, Echo ecosystem, Yen partnerships, stablecoin, loyalty coins, Internet of Things. Now look at IoT, storage, file sharing, gambling. This, they will play roles in the coming space, which is the metaverse, the gaming, metaverse and gaming. Metaverse is going to be a big deal, but then just like every other thing that happens in crypto space, it's to become outdoor traded too. So there are things that will help you pick out the right metaverse or the right gaming coin to participate in. Just know that if you are trading any gaming coin, always be ready to take your profits. Well, there's almost no difference between shitcoin and memcoin, really, because usually memcoin come out without any value. The point is just to, give some person's profits, and then because what maintains the value of a coin is the fact that it comes in to solve a problem in the space. Remember, it was just Bitcoin, but then other coins are coming out, start solving one thing or the other. Like, oh wow, the blockchain might be very good to for education, whereby you can have your certificate on the blockchain. So that's create something like that will solve that problem. But then we will now have a scenario whereby a coin was just created for the fact of dogs, like mem coins, like after dogs, you have all the inus. Inus actually means dog and all. It doesn't make sense. So literally they fall under that category. Most of them start to ascribe value to their meme coins, like Shiba now. Shiba is turning into a DAO and all of that, and into a means of payments in some countries and in some places in the US, whereby you enter into a shop and you can pay with Shiba. Now that's what I ascribe value. When it came out at first, that wasn't the part of the value. But right now, all those things are not enough to make the coin even go up, really, in my own opinion. Because the hype has gone down. Meme coins and shit coins thrives on hype a lot, and hype cannot sustain the value of a coin. What sustains the value of a coin is actually utility, real adoption and real solutions that are bringing to the space. So left for me, they are almost in the same category, almost really. Other shit coins might not be called meme coins, but they are called shit coins because of what they add no real utility to the crypto space. Then we have other categories, and all of that. There's just so many categories, and more categories to keep on coming out. Now, one thing you should note about in this space, remember today's like introduction. What you note about in this space is that trends always buy the hype and sell the news. When there's hype around something, buy the coin. Before, like maybe there's an announcement on Twitter that something's going to hold on the 10th of January until like 5th of January, what you should do is buy it now that the hype is on, and just before the news happens, you sell it and take your profit, because just as the news is happening, the coin is dumping. That's one of the fundamental rules in this space. Buy the hype and sell the news. And also invest in trends and solutions. Now we're in the era where Ethereum is still trying to scale and all of that. So things like and we're seeing layer 2 solutions that they're trying to replace Ethereum, but some of them are not successful, because for you to really replace Ethereum, you must be cheap, you must be fast, you must be scalable. You must be cheap, fast, and scalable for you to be able to what do they call it? Beat Ethereum. Ethereum is secure, but it's expensive to build on. It's expensive for the ordinary person to use, and all of that. So any layer 2 must be able to be fast, achieve transactions with speed, no matter the amount of anything built on it. No matter the amount of tech built on it, it should still be fast, it should still be cheap, and it should still be scalable. Not one day because overloaded and then have issues and all of that. And then in this space, people get tired easily, which is why gaming coins will be mostly for take profit in the short term kind of coins. If you want to do anything long term, look for blockchains. That is blockchain coins, coins that that enables building on them. Blockchain platforms gives a long-term value than things like, for example, now, if you're looking at gaming, now we're into gaming and metaverse. The platforms that build these things, that build metaverse and all of that, and games, they will last longer than those coins, because if a gaming coin mistakenly not do well or not satisfy their audience, people's audience are very short. Like their attention span is very short. If they become dissatisfied with what you're offering, they move on to the next game. Unless they have that particular game has loyal followers, just like SRP has, just like Dogecoin has, just like Shiba Inu has. Because what I see in things like some of those meme coins are just like loyalty. They are very loyal communities beyond real use case. Now we have content creation coins and the rest of them, and so many categories, different categories. And then, like I said, each category have their season. And now the season we are in now, we're in the season of Web 3.0, because Web 3.0 will power gaming, metaverse. All these things, all the gamings were the play to earn, all of them, where to earn, all manner of gaming and metaverse functions in the Web3 economy. So Web3 coins, and then in Web3, we need what we call decentralized storage. That's why coins like Filecoin will do well in the long term, because they will help in managing decentralized storage in the Web3. So Web3, look at Web3 coins, look at parachains, that's Polkadot is powering Web3, and also those coins keep on going up small. We're looking at Near Protocol, and then we're looking at there are just several of them. So there's a whole lot touching this space. Now, these are categories and different categories. So you don't just go and pick coins randomly. So you just you look at what era are we in the crypto space. Just like when the DeFi was trending, you gave people money and then it faded away gradually, but then it's still building, because DeFi is really like at the heartbeat of a lot of things. Or just like the era of meme too. Meme gave some people money. Only the OGs that made money out of it were able to like manage it. The rest, I didn't understand it really well, lost it back to the markets. Remember that when you're taking profit, when you're trading, when you're looking at the profits in the market, that profit is not your own until you cash it out. So don't be too excited or too emotionally attached to a coin that you don't take your profit. I'm going to also teach how to take profits and how to hodl for long term, because you don't hodl everything. When we talk about holding for long term, we don't mean that you should hold all the coins for long term. We mean book your capital, book extra profits, and hold the remaining one in your hodl bag. That one that will last for a very long time. So I think there's a decentralized part here. Centralized. So yeah, no matter how good a coin is, never, no matter what they promised you, unless that coin is valuable in the long term, even if coin is valuable in the long term, always book your capital. In good coins, for example, now, Polkadot in a matter of like 4 or 5 months moved from $10 to over to $30. Now, if you bought at $10 and you've already made 100% at $20, come on, book your capital, and then you can write the rest. Book your capital, book extra 50%. If you leave that 50% to write a poker that reaches $100, it won't pain you if the market starts to like go backwards and you start losing money. It won't pain you. So there are strategies in this market. Principle will save you a long time. I'm going to also talk about airdrops. Now, airdrops are free monies in this crypto space. What you spend on airdrops should only be your gas fee. Anybody tell you send money to this address so that we can send you back whatever, it does not work. That is scam looking at you right there. So airdrops are free. The only thing you should pay in airdrops is gas fee, transaction fee, because that transaction fee is going to the blockchain system. It's not going to them per se. You need to pay fuel. Like it's like when you're driving, you need to fuel your car to get to where you're going to. So you need to pay transaction fee on these decentralized platforms to be able to make money on all of those things. You know, airdrops like Uni, the YDX, OpenOcean gave people lots of money. Even SOS, though I missed out in SOS and all that, but they actually give people lots of money. But the ones that give lots of money are actually on the Ethereum blockchain. They are actually on the Ethereum blockchain. And that's how I was laying emphasis on. All right, can you hear me now? All right, it kicked me out for a while there. My network kicked me out for a while there. So, where did I even stop again? Your airdrops, the ones that pay the most profits is the ones on Ethereum blockchain. But Ethereum is expensive, but that's what makes those airdrops even more valuable. So limit your exposure to some kind of Telegram airdrops. Most of them never come back. You only end up exposing yourself to loss of hackers. Now, I want to emphasize on security before we call it a night. And I'll send those videos that I want to watch that will deal on the intro part of it and how to use some exchanges before our next class, so that I'll be dealing with questions and other aspects. So we'll start with centralized platforms, and then would progress the other parts. So limit your exposure to so many airdrops, especially those Telegram ones and some of those. But if you're going to really engage in so many airdrops, make sure that you have a separate wallet for them. Security is very paramount in this space. Even those that use all the security measures, they somehow make mistakes and then they get overexposed, and somebody just walks away with all their funds. People are not smiling in this space, so they're not smiling in this space. They're willing to walk away with your hard-earned money if you're not overly careful with what you're doing. So you must protect your recovery phrase if it's okay. Can you hear me now? Okay, sorry for that break again. So I just want to like emphasize on security, and then we're done for tonight. And we'll make sure we watch those videos next time I handle questions and all the new aspects. Before I start diving into the new aspects of cryptocurrency, I want us to like understand the basics first. That's why we are in the basic class and all of that. So there are tons of things to see in this space. Like sometimes you can't even, a whole day is not enough, but